recording. So yes, ending the week, or whenever you're listening to this, with a Yoga Nidra, with some restoration, proper restoration. We all need that. I think we're going to have 3 today. 3 for Christmas. There you go. So we're going to start lying down today. So it's a nice little treat to start lying down. Just get us in the zone straight away. Whoa, doesn't it feel different when you lie down? Just immediately feel like, oh, how much my body needs this, just to rest, just to feel the support of the ground, just to lie flat. Of course, you can always bend your knees and put your feet on the floor if you don't find lying flat immediately comfortable. Sometimes you just need to give your body a chance to settle. So just rest your hands on your belly here. Rest your hands on your belly, just feel that center, that kind of ground of yourself. And even give your belly a rub, you know, why not? We're really looking at, and certainly a focus for me personally right now, and I think it's an ideal time to focus right now on self-love, self-compassion. This is the real best way of describing that. I think it's clearer. Self-compassion, so just giving yourself that care, that attention. So placing the hands on the belly, palms of the hands, you know, this is really the energetic transfer point. Palms very connected to the heart. So really just putting your hands on somebody, you know how that feels when someone places a hand just in the right place in the middle of your back, or, you know, hold your hand, or whatever it is they do. It's often just brings this wonderful feeling of healing, release, love, empathy, connection, which is what we're all looking for. And hopefully you'll get that sense of connection here with me tonight. And just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils, feel your belly expand, and sigh out through the mouth. And just let any tensions or stresses from the day let go, or any kind of disturbance or tiredness. Always worth asking when you find yourself saying I'm tired, just, you know, always question that and say, am I really, what's really underneath that? Sometimes it's you know, holding on, and sometimes it's avoiding something that we end up feeling tired. In through the nostrils. So I invite you to really arrive here in our practice. Close the eyes, keeping the hands rested on the belly, but if there's somewhere else you want your hands, you can put them there instead. I'm going to chant the mantra Om 3 times to really arrive. It makes all the difference when we chant the mantra Om. And really do it with full gusto. Let your sound out. Don't worry about how it sounds, but give yourself that sound, breathing in. Just resting in that sound, in that vibration, and just noticing any shifts energetically. Okay, let the hands just roll over and rest at the sides now. I'm going to do something very simple, very restorative to begin, and very restorative for the spine. A subtle one, but a powerful one. Spine rehab, I call this. So resting with the hands upwards, the feet a distance apart, maybe as wide as the mat, but making sure, just going to check the distance. When you roll your legs in and try and meet the toes together, if they touch, take them a bit further apart. Okay, so just out of reach when you really, really try your most. Okay, we're going to do this kind of turning and twisting, which will impact on the spine. You can keep your eyes closed if you want. Sometimes it's better like that. So breathing in. As you breathe out, bring the toes together. And you're breathing out through the nostrils. As you breathe in, the feet fall out to the side. As you breathe out, the toes come together. I had to think about that for a moment. Inhaling, the feet fall out. And exhaling, the toes want to meet, but they don't quite meet. So inhaling, let the legs roll out, let the feet roll out. It's almost like you want the sides, the outside edge to touch the ground. You can even exaggerate to do that. So this is impacting very much on the lower part of the spine. Really great for your spine. Keep the chin tucked in slightly so the back of the neck stays nice and long. And if you find that even when you try to get your chin, it's up here still, then place your head on something so your spine is in line with your neck and your spine are in line. So still doing this, still keep it moving. Inhaling, feet fall out. Exhaling, toes roll in. So we should have that by now. And notice how slowly I'm doing this. Inhaling. Exhaling. And it's not, we're not kind of flipping them back and forth. It's slow, slow, mindful. Keep your mind focused. This is a mindful practice here. We're getting immediately into that mindfulness. So now we've got that going now, and I think we're kind of steady with that. I hope you are. Inhaling, just to remind you, toes come in, the palms are up. Exhaling, feet roll out to the side and palms roll in. So make sure you've got space between your hands and the ground here. You can see my hands so well here. So yeah, as the toes come in, the palms roll up. And as the toes roll out, the palms roll in. So they're going in opposite directions. You can see that? Just keep that going. Inhaling, feet go out, palms roll in. Exhaling, toes come together, palms really roll out. Let's try to get the thumbs touching the ground. So we're just really finding the full range of that movement, making sure the big toes don't touch. They're just out of reach. So I might need to go a bit wider now, see? Inhaling, exhaling. So let's add one last thing in. So hopefully you'll have this. I'm just going to repeat it again. Inhaling, feet fall out, hands roll in. Exhaling, toes roll in, palms roll up. So just continue doing that. Now we're going to move the neck as well. So inhaling, feet fall out, hands roll in, head goes over to the right. Exhaling, toes try to touch. Palms roll up, head goes over right over to the left. So we're just going to keep this going. Inhaling, feet fall out, hands roll in, head goes over to the right. Exhaling, toes come together, not quite meeting, hands roll up, facing the ceiling, and the head goes over to the left. I'm just going to follow this. Close your eyes and do this much. And see if you can you feel the subtlety of this? Yeah. Inhaling, feet fall out, hands roll up. Hands roll down, sorry. Exhaling, toes come together, palms face the ceiling, head goes over to the left. Really let the head roll right over as far as you can make that happen. So really just unraveling all those little kind of blocks, knots that might have developed in the spinal column. And then we'll just do one more of these. And then just stay still for a second, see how that feels. Just notice, how does it feel in your body? I kind of feel a little bit tingling then. You really look and be interested in your experience. Breathe in and breathe out. Press the back into the ground. Draw the knees up to the chest. And then we'll have a little bit of a hug of the knees and a rock and roll side to side. We're just being very kind and compassionate to ourselves today. That is the focus of today. What do we want and need today? Let's draw a circle with the knees. So the knees stay together, the hands just on the kneecaps. Inhaling, take the knees away. Exhaling, roll the knees in. So we're getting into the whole back now. We had the spinal column. And don't forget, aligned with the spinal column is also the nervous system. So we impact those. We impact on your nervous system, on the parasympathetic nervous system, Softening. We'll go the other way now. You can even let go of the knees if you want to. If you want to get I want to get a bit bigger circle, so I'm going to get the knees going on a bit bigger circle. I need to let go of them to do that. Otherwise, you know, they're out of my reach. But you can just keep the fingertips on the knees if you prefer. And then bring them back to center. Let's push the heels up to the ceiling, stretch the fingers to the ceiling. We're just going to flex the ankles and the wrists. So you probably notice you've got a bit more movement in the wrists. They should really almost go, you know, right over. Whereas, you know, you can't really go beyond that point of the toes. Well, maybe you can, I don't know. Inhaling, exhaling. And then we'll just rotate and freestyle a little bit, just whatever your legs want to do. Maybe they just want to kind of move a little bit in space. And then hug the knees again. Let's rotate the knees. So we're getting into these hips now. Bring the knees into the chest, tuck together. Inhale, take the knees away. Exhale, let the knees fall out to the side. I think we really need this one. And it's not just the hips that we're impacting here. Can you notice what parts of the body are being impacted? And if you can't quite feel that, then close your eyes. Feel into it a bit more. Inhaling. This is a definite, you know, really, I feel a central part of our physical yoga practice, our hatha yoga practice, is becoming more in tune with your physical experience, with your aliveness. And that means, you know, noticing and feeling your body on with much more depth, and becoming more intimate with yourself, with your experience as an individual. Yeah. So we just listen and see, how does this feel? And then go the other way. So start with the knees together, away from you. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knees in. Open the knees up. Inhaling. And exhaling. Squeeze those knees in. Inhaling. And exhaling. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. See if you can let the knees fall out to the side, just supporting them a little bit. Just see if you can really feel that give. So I can feel that in my hips. I can also feel that in my back of my pelvis, into the hips a little bit, and also, you know, into the groin. So it's a lot going on, and actually in the abdominals as well. So there's a lot going on. Now have another little rock and roll, just ease that out. Place the soles of the feet on the ground, feet close to the buttocks there. Okay. And the feet are hips width apart, parallel. So nice strong thighs here. Palms flat down, shoulders down away from the ears, chin tucked in tightly. Let's get a bit more dynamic with the spine. Inhaling, lifting the hips up. Exhaling, rolling the spine down from the top down to the base. So we want to roll that spine. We don't want it just to come down, you know, in one sort of flop. It's really, and it's kind of, when you press the top of your back, you have to kind of almost suck in your belly. So you're kind of contracting on the front of the body, so the back of the body can really be more exposed and lengthened. That's the little trick there. And then we develop much more fluidity, suppleness. It's a great word, suppleness, in the whole body, front and back, and around and within. So really let your breath dictate this, breathing in, lifting up. You can even use your arms as well as you want to, inhaling and exhaling, rolling down. Try to keep the knees even distance apart. Often if you don't pay attention to that, the knees will kind of splay out or come together one way or the other. So it requires you to keep that stability in those thighs, keep that stable, keep the space between the knees stable. And if you find that really difficult, a good tip is to put a block or a book or something, maybe a kind of firm cushion between your knees, so it makes you squeeze the knees. So it's a slight squeeze between the knees, which will help this. Opening the whole front of the body, and then lowering down on the exhale, obviously through the nostrils. Let's do one more of these. We're going to stay up there for a moment, inhaling. So you're pressing into the feet, pressing into the backs of the hands, lifting the chest. Chest is coming towards the chin, and the knees are going away from you to the wall opposite. Try and keep those knees even distance apart. So strong thighs. Good. Exposing and expanding those abdominals. Try and keep your head still. I know I'm moving mine. I should really be doing that. One more big inhale and roll down the spine. It feels so good to be back down on the ground. And again, hug the knees, counter pose to bring the spine into equilibrium once more. Good. We'll take the hands behind the knees. We're going to have a little rock and roll lengthwise in the spine now. So unless this doesn't feel good, if it doesn't feel good, just roll onto your side. We're going to come up to all fours briefly. So have a little rock and roll. And then we'll rock up to seated or roll up to seated. And then we're going to come on to all fours. I'm going to do a little disco cat today. I haven't done this for a while. So disco cat, it's very freestyle. So I'm just going to put my feet flat behind, space between the knees, space between the hands, they're underneath the shoulders, making sure the shoulders are back. Notice what happens there. Chest, front of the chest gets exposed rather than hunched, right? Elbows slightly bent. So we're going to start off, imagine you've got a little tail right there at the base of your spine. If you're not sure where that is, just have a little, have a little press of your hands and feel that part right at the base of the spine. And there is a tiny little tail, the remnants of a tail anyway, and we're just going to show our tail off. And imagine as you're circling it, so you're drawing a circle with the tip of your tail. And as you circle, you imagine that tail is growing and becoming really beautiful in whatever way you feel is beautiful. Maybe it's a big plume of feathers. Maybe it's a fluffy, foxy tail or a bushy squirrel's tail, or whatever kind of tail, or a kind of really kind of agile monkey tail, strong, powerful monkey tail. And we're going to get bigger and bigger, but with your breath, so inhaling and exhaling. And as you find your tail's getting more exuberant and the circle's getting bigger, then you start to find the rest of the body wants to join in. So you feel your elbows bending, you feel your hips are moving, you find your chest coming down to the ground, you feel your neck is joining in. But we're moving with a flow all the time. Elbows, shoulders, spine, everything is very flowing and very kind of spiraling. Yeah, come to a stillness. We sit back onto the heels, or whichever way feels better for you. Let's just release the wrists. So interlink the fingers like this. Then we're just going to circle them, just to release the wrists, any pressure that might be there. And just give them a little rest as well. Maybe go the other way if you can. That's tricky. Maybe kind of making these little starry hands, just again releasing the wrists. Okay, we're going to come back to all fours and we're going to go the other way. So do you remember which way you went? It's most likely clockwise. But you'll know it's the way that feels strange. So again, soft elbows, nice grounded hands very spread wide. Let's go the opposite way. Okay, now I've worked out where's the opposite for me. Small circles to begin, breathing in and out all the time. Yeah, get the breath be spacious. Let the body join in. Close your eyes, If you close your eyes, you'll be much more in the physical, feeling, sensual place. This isn't, there's not a set way to do this. It's just get into it and let your body have some fun. Yeah, why not? Your body wants to dictate, this is what I want. I want to get some spirals and circles and breath. And this lovely way of just releasing through this spiraling, slow motion movement and getting into those, all the joints are kind of moving in a nice, fluid, watery way. And finally coming to a stillness, noticing how that feels. And then just sit back in the heels. We're going to stretch the hands away and bring them forward to the ground. So we get a good bit of spaciousness on the back of the shoulders and into the armpit. Shoulders always need some release. They quite often hold a lot of tension. Or it gathers here because of our neck, because of the head. So releasing is in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Let it go. Good. Just feel that in your body. Now we're going to move and breathe a little bit. So keeping the hands where they are outstretched to. Use the inhale to come to all fours. Keep those fingers spread wide and use the exhale to take the hips forward. Open the chest, look up. So the heart is flying upwards. You can see that. Inhale, back to all fours. Exhale, sit back. So try again, keeping this movement smooth and even with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Try to make sure the feet aren't too wide. My feet have gone a bit wide there, so I'm just bringing them in. Yeah, and these should be really about hips width apart here. So they've kind of spread out. Often when we go into swan, the knees kind of spread out a little bit. So we want to bring them back to more of a hips width. Inhaling. Exhale, really release, empty out, take the shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to keep those fingers spread wide, keep the palms engaged with the hand, otherwise you're going to put too much pressure on the wrists. If your wrists are hurting now, you need to put more weight into the palms and the fingers. Sit back onto the heels, bring the forehead to the ground, sweep the arms back into the pose of a child. Release those shoulders, release those elbows, release the cheeks, into the nostrils, out through the mouth, in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Okay. So we kind of calm up to kneeling very slowly. Take your time, push up. And come on to seated. The mat has travelled. Let's have a little wander around. I like to do that quite a lot. Yeah, it's definitely moved around. We'll have a little rock and roll. So we're coming into cross-legged position. We're just having a little rock and roll. Okay, just a couple more things before we get to lying down. So come to a stillness here. We're going to interlink the fingers and give ourselves a full stretch, pushing the hands up to the ceiling. Inhaling, exhaling out through the mouth, breathing in. Out through the mouth. One more breath in. And out through the mouth, and let the arms go down. Lift the shoulders up, breathing in. Out through the mouth, releasing one. Good. And again, breathing in. Out through the mouth, releasing one. And one more of those, breathing in. We'll just do a few little shoulder rolls backwards, maybe 3 or 4. Releasing the shoulders and the neck. And then we go forwards with those shoulders, releasing the shoulders and the neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Just enjoy that movement. Oh, it's good. Okay. And I think we're going to go for a lion here. So if you want, you can stay as you are, or you can stretch your legs out. Whatever feels better. You can sit on a cushion if you want. But basically, the claws of your lion, the claws are going to go forwards or out. So let's gather ourselves. We're going to roar. Okay, so this is the roaring. It's like, actually, that wasn't roaring. Yeah, so it's got that rasping sound. Tongue out the mouth, eyes really wide. How wide can you do your eyes? Inhale. Good. Oh, it feels good to roar. And again, breathing in. Let it out. Thrust the chest forward, really take the face forwards. Good. Do a couple more, breathing in. With one more, you can either go out or on the ground. I'm going to go on the ground again. I think I like this kind of claws on the ground. Inhale. Oh, yeah. Stretch the legs out. Yeah, it's time to lay down. Time to lay down. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost there, folks. Stretch the fingers towards the toes. Legs are together. Toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Breath is coming in and out continually through the nostrils. Don't hold your breath. Breathing in and out. Lowering down slowly. Breathing in and out. Steady. Steady with that breath. Slow descent. Because we know that once we get on the ground after making that effort, oh, the release, it's worth it for the release. And we're just going to do a couple more things. So hugging the knees, having a little rock and roll. Yeah. Hopefully the body is a bit more conducive to relaxation now. And the mind, of course, it's really the mind. It's what we're dealing with all the time, no matter what's going on with the body. It's how it's being processed by the mind. It's a significant thing, which is why yoga is a mind practice. Soles of the feet on the ground, slide the legs away. You can put a pillow under your knees if you want. Arms out to the side, palms facing the ceiling, chin tucked into the chest, so the back of the neck is exposed as long. And be cozy, be comfy. Maybe light a candle, maybe take the lights down a little bit, cover yourself with a blanket, put some socks on. Do anything that is going to make you feel more relaxed and more kind of, taking care of yourself. So having that compassion for yourself. Yeah. So if you don't normally do that, take a moment just to lower the lights down, just to get that really cozy blanket. Maybe it's not quite there and you need to go and get it. Put a bit of, light some incense or put some lovely smelling essential oil around you. Light a candle. Do these things. It really is important. It really makes a difference. And it's not selfish. When we do these things for ourselves, then we are doing these for everybody. So it's good practice, essential practice. We're going to practice Yoga Nidra, so you're getting ready now. So there's a bit of self-compassion, giving myself a drink for my voice. Letting everything slow down now. This is your time. We're going to practice Yoga Nidra. Getting ready, preparing to become still, for the body to become still. So even when you feel like you want to fidget, you want to itch something, you want to move, see if you can just stay with whatever discomfort, whatever kind of little fidgeting kind of agitation is there. Just watch it, and guaranteed that will change, that will pass. And it's a really, really good learning is to stay with those things, to be still. Letting your body become still now. No more movements and no physical discomfort. Closing the eyes and keeping them closed. Keep your eyes closed. It's very difficult to relax if you're looking around, you're very distracted. So close your eyes. The practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of listening and the act of feeling. And these are the only important factors. We function on a level of awareness in our Yoga Nidra. So say to yourself mentally, I will not sleep. I shall only listen to the voice. I will not sleep. And give yourself some time to become calm and steady. Give yourself some time to settle, to sink, to relax. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, feel calmness spreading throughout your body. And as you're breathing out, say to yourself mentally, let go, relax, soften, release. Become aware of sound. Become aware of sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing operate like a radar beam. Searching out distant sounds and following them for a few moments. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source of that sound. Gradually bring your attention to closer sounds. Sounds inside the building. Sounds inside the room you're in. Sounds of your own breath. sounds of your own heartbeat. Now develop your awareness of the room that you're in. Without opening your eyes, visualize the walls, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Become aware of the natural breath. Become aware of the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Breath coming in, breath going out. Breath is taking care of itself. Don't concentrate on your breath too hard or try and change it or interfere with the natural process. Just keep on listening to my voice and know that you are breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Say mentally to yourself, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. And this is the moment to make your resolve, your sankalpa. A simple resolve, a sentence that is positively framed. And if you don't have anything at all, if you can't find something that's useful to you, then I am loved, I am loving, I am lovable is a really beautiful sankalpa, like an extended version. You can use that one if you wish. Please state your resolve clearly with feeling and awareness 3 times to yourself now. Now the rotation of consciousness through the different centers of the body. Moving your awareness from body part to body part as I say them. You can, if you like, repeat mentally the name of each body part after I say it, whilst you simultaneously become aware of that body part. Practice begins with the right side of the body. Bring your attention to the right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the back of the body, the back of the body. Right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, left buttock, the length of the spine, the whole of the back together. Bring your attention to the front of the body, the top of the head. Oh. The forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, the nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, navel, abdomen, lower abdomen. Bring your attention to the whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head, together, legs, arms, back, front, head, together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together. Develop your awareness of the whole body and become aware of the space occupied by the body. Become aware of the body and this space that is occupied by your body, body and space. Become aware of the whole body in the floor, the whole body in relation to the floor. Become aware of the meeting points of the body and the floor. These are very subtle physical meeting points between the body and the floor. Feel the meeting points between the back of your head and the floor. shoulder blades and the floor, the elbows and the floor, the back of the hands and the floor, the heels and the floor. Awareness of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. The sensation of all points simultaneously, evenly. Carry on feeling these points clearly and distinctly. Switch your attention to the eyelids. Feel the narrow line of meeting between the upper and lower eyelids. Feel the sharp points where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids. And then the lips. Center your attention on the line between the lips. The space between the lips. From the lips, we go to the breath. Draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. On inhalation, it rises from the navel to the throat. On exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware of the respiration. Navel to throat, throat to navel. Don't try to force the breath or change it. Just awareness. Maintain your awareness, and at the same time start counting your breaths backwards as follows. I am breathing in 21. I am breathing out 21. I am breathing in 20. I am breathing out 20. I am breathing in 19. I am breathing out 19. And so on from 21 to 1. Count to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and fall of your breath from navel to throat and back again. Total awareness of breathing and counting. The breathing is slow and relaxed. Now switch your attention to the following sensations. Sensations of the body. Heaviness. Awaken the feeling of heaviness in the body. The feeling of heaviness. Become aware of heaviness in every single part of the body. You're feeling so heavy that you are sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. Lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of the body. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating away from the floor. Awareness of lightness. Cold. The experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bitter cold in the body. Imagine you're walking on a cold floor in the winter. Your feet feel very cold. You feel cold all over. Awareness of coldness. Awareness of coldness. Heat. Awaken the sensation of heat. Awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot. The whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Recollect the feeling of heat in the summer when you're out in the sun with no shade. Heat all over the body. Heat all around the body. Awareness of heat. Pain. The experience of pain. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of pain. Any pain you have experienced in your life, mental or physical. Recollect the feeling of pain. Allow it, investigate it. A feeling of pain. Pleasure. Recollect the feeling of pleasure, any kind of pleasure, physical or mental. Recollect this feeling and relive it. Make it vivid. Allow it to expand throughout your whole body. Awaken the feeling of pleasure, a real feeling of pleasure. Check that you are awake. Notice if you are drowsy or sleepy. Make sure that you're not sleeping. Say to yourself, I am awake. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space. A space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomena that manifests within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of the mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but don't become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Now with your inner vision, imagine the following imagery. Allow it to come to mind. Imagine that it is very early morning, still dark. And you're walking through hills, climbing up towards some mountains. You are alone. You're walking east. If you look back, you can see a crescent-shaped moon low in the sky. Soon, the sun will rise over the mountains ahead. Far below in the valley, the lights of a small town twinkle through an early morning mist. The track twists back and forth on the side of a steep slope. It winds between huge boulders and over bridges suspended across deep chasms. A gap between two hills gives a glimpse of a huge snow-covered mountain ahead. The pale sky behind it heralds the dawn. You climb up through snow. It makes a crunching sound as you break the surface and sink in. A glacier lies across your path. There are creaks and groans of moving ice as you quickly move across. Near the top of the mountain, it becomes very cold. Winds howl around your body and snatch at your clothes. Snow and ice cling to your shoes. You reach the top, and a magnificent scene reveals itself before your eyes. To the east, a vast range of snow-covered peaks and dark valleys. To the west, hills leading to rolling plains and the sea. Intensify your imagination and visualize this scene. See the sun rise like a golden ball in the east, scattering rays of golden light off snow that dazzles your eyes. Sweep your eyes around the sky. To the west, it is still grey. Above you, blue. In the east, a delicate pink as it nears the sun. Watch the sunlight strike the tops of mountains and move down their sides. Deep valleys emerge as the shadows retreat. You sit with legs crossed and contemplate this grand scene. The dawn of a new day. Let yourself experience this for some time. Let your mind flow freely with this experience. Bring your awareness back to the dark space you see in front of your closed eyes. Watch the darkness that you see before you very carefully. Watch the space with detachment, without becoming involved. Rest your mind in this warm and friendly darkness. And if any subtle phenomena manifests, for example, colors, images, patterns, or symbols, simply take note of these and continue with your awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and go, but continue watching the dark space. continue this with detached awareness. In this warm and friendly darkness, remember your resolve, your sankalpa. Repeat the same resolve you made at the beginning of the practice, in the same words and with the same attitude. Repeat your sankalpa now 3 times clearly, with feeling and emphasis. Pranamidam, Pranamidam, Panat Panam, Udashate, Panasya, Panamidaya, Panamiva. Vasashate. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breathing. Awareness of breathing and awareness of relaxation. Develop awareness of your physical body, your physical existence, feeling your arms and legs and your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between your body and the floor. Develop awareness of the space you're in, the room you are in. The walls, the ceiling, the floor. The noises in the room, the noises outside. Just take your mind out, allow it to become completely external. Just lying quietly for a few moments with your eyes closed still. And start moving your body, stretching your body, hugging your knees. Start waking the body up. Start deepening your breath. Taking your time with no hurry to come back. Come back to the day. And when you are sure that you're wide awake, slowly bring yourself to seated. And slowly open your eyes, allowing the evening light or the light of the day to come back in. Practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. So, taking your time to come to seated. And once you are seated and you're looking around, feel your breath, feel your body. Yeah, staying with this theme of self-compassion, just rubbing the body, your hands. Yeah, coming back in to here, this body, this life, this experience, this journey. And then we're just going to rub the palms together. Rather a special moment of connection to, well, anything or anybody. Bring those hands to the heart center. Really feel that space. Close your eyes and just see if there's somebody or more than one person, a whole group of people who you would like to bring into your heart, to send love to send healing, and to receive that love, whether they're living or not living. Just bring them into your mind, bring them into your heart. Breathe and feel and experience. Sending and receiving. Also increasing your receptivity to people and the whole world, the whole universe. Good. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.